Guys, I got an insane XRP and Ripple update. Stick with me through this whole thing. You're going to learn a lot. Let's start here at the beginning. Let me play this.
Another one you like is Ripple. Mm-hmm. You said it is the coin to be looking at right now.
Absolutely.
Why?
Okay, so Ripple actually was the second largest coin prior to the SEC's investigation of them. They did this really weird lawsuit against them. And basically, the Ripple's going to be the track that everything's going to be running on in the future. So they created their own stable coin right now.
Ripple is going to be the track that everything runs on in the future. It is powerful that you have the opportunity to own an asset that the world is going to use to move value, that central banks are going to use, that the biggest banks in the world are going to use to move value around the world. You have that opportunity. You are one in like a billion, right? There's only a few, well, my math's fucked up, but there's only a few million people that own XRP, right? When you try to talk to people about XRP, they think you're crazy. But when you really dig down and you get all this information, you understand that you're holding an asset that is really going to be used on the biggest global scale possible. And I believe XRP will capture a lot of value. There will be other winners in the space, don't get me wrong, but XRP is positioned right now to be the biggest crypto asset in the world, hands down.
And Bank of America, like I said, they were doing 100% of their internal transactions. They've got 83 different patents on it. And there's some incredible stuff that's going to be coming out. So
these cynics, though, tell me, only put as much in this space as you're willing to lose. Effectively, as of now, some people say it feels like a casino. Do you agree with that?
It's the best example I have is this. Don't not get involved with something. Do whatever you would do for a nice weekend away with your spouse.
Okay.
And instead of doing that weekend, maybe put that in crypto. Here's what I'll tell you. 3 to 5 years from now, you either made some real money or you just lost one weekend together. Not a big deal.
Yeah. Guys, listen. Most of the crypto market is scams and it is a casino, but there are assets that are going to be used by central banks. And that's why I'm focused on telling you about that, right? That's the most important thing. Also, we have CFTC Commissioner Caroline D. Pham discussing the Global Markets Advisory Committee's digital assets taxonomy at the first crypto asset regulatory construct for America. Let me play this.
Experts there. So I'll talk about the Digital Asset Markets Subcommittee, and thank you so much for your service. Everybody contributes, volunteers their time and their resources of their firms. It's really tremendous that we have people who are still so willing, even a challenging regulatory environment, to participate, to contribute. And what we've done so far is we've done the first ever US digital asset taxonomy. And the idea behind this was because so many other countries in the world have already made these advancements in creating regulatory constructs for crypto assets. Singapore, of course, being one of the first ones, Japan as well, MiCA in Europe, but also we now have the FSB that has international standards for crypto assets. So we need to catch up.
FSB is Financial Stability Board, and that is in the UK.
In the United States. And this is really a tool to make sure that we're all speaking the same language when we're talking about digital assets. And it would help to bridge that gap between the current level of understanding in the United States and where the rest of the world was. It's a guide to help be a resource to US policymakers as we think about alignment, because these are inherently global markets. This technology is borderless. And that's the beauty of it, because it creates access at low cost, connectivity, peer-to-peer, between the furthest points on the globe. And that's miraculous. That is really a value add to public society. Some of the other work streams that I'm very excited about, they just did a recommendation on the tokenization of non-cash collateral. As people think about the efficiencies of using blockchain technology to modernize financial market infrastructure, markets, for example, 24/7 trading, right? You need a settlement asset, preferably a bearer instrument, that can move 24/7. And as we all know, the cash leg of transactions, banks, payment, sending money around the world doesn't move in real time. So this recommendation would allow for U.S. Treasury money market funds, tokenized, to be pledged as non-cash collateral for the derivatives markets. And I think this is really going to open up institutional adoption, because if we think about blockchain technology in our traditional financial markets, I think the killer app is actually collateral management. It's kind of boring. It's really important. Then the other two work streams that are exciting. So we had a presentation from our utility token work stream. In a nutshell, again, around the world, there's a definition of utility tokens. People understand this is a token that provides access to goods and services. Think about rewards points for hotels, for your airlines, customer loyalty programs, fan club programs for your favorite sports team, for your favorite artist. Those are commercial activities. Those aren't stocks. Those should not be subject to regulation. A commercial marketplace like eBay or Amazon that is peer-to-peer, nobody thinks that that should be regulated like the New York Stock Exchange. So why don't we say a utility token is not a security and move on?
Why don't we say a utility token is not a security and move on? That was probably one of the best clips that I've heard in a long time, right? This woman, CFTC commissioner, right? She understands where we are headed. We are headed towards stock market, bond market, derivative market, all of that value on blockchain, moving on blockchain seamlessly, instantaneously, right? That is the future. And they're going to want to use the highest rated and best technology, which is Chainlink, which is Ripple, which is HBAR, which is XLM, right? Those are the assets that we hold on to. CZ also liked this post utility that says the SEC will drop the Ripple case because XRP is not a security, but rather a commodity under the purview of the CFTC utility token designation, right? She just said utility token at the end there, right?
Like the New York Stock Exchange. So why don't we say a utility token is not a security and move on?
Guys, I would be shocked if you do not see this. Also, guys, here, the coins will be tax-free under the Trump administration, XRP, MAGA. You have Algorand, XRP, ADA, XLM, HBAR, and XYO. You also have Ripple Chainlink here tied to the World Economic Forum. The irony is absolutely perfect. Swift will never use XRP. Swift partners with Chainlink. Ripple launches RLUSD. Chainlink needs Ripple, guys. Remember, Chainlink is Oracle's. They need a really good bridge asset to settle between all of that. It's all about interoperability, and I think that's a big deal. Here you have Trump saying when Trump says out loud, it's game over.
And instead of attacking industries of the future, we will embrace them, including making America the world capital for crypto and Bitcoin.
Let's go. Let's go. And here's the money I was telling you about, right? And I showed this in a different video, but I have to show you in this because we just had the most amazing clip from Caroline fam from the CFTC. So look how much money is actually in the world that is going to be tokenized, right? Over the next decade, all of this value is going to get tokenized. Where does it land? Well, it's probably going to land on the assets I just gave you. You have DeFi, 93 billion. You have tokenized real estate, you tokenized real world assets, 170 billion. The crypto market at this time when this was taken was 3.45 trillion. The the debt market is $100 trillion. The stock market is 106 trillion. The global real estate market is 380 trillion. The derivatives market, the public market, is over 1 quadrillion. They do have a private market. You also have gold, 16 trillion, insurance, 7 trillion. You have global trade of 31 trillion, which XDC is attacking that and doing a really good job. And then you have global advertising, 730 billion, gaming, 220 billion, and hundreds of more industries, right, that will be added to all of this. Right? Imagine tokenized corporations, tokenizing sports teams, you can tokenize anything you want. That is the future, ladies and gentlemen. Also, last clip here, 52 seconds from Monica Long, the president of Ripple.
Does this create competition with XRP, though? Are you concerned that with this new stablecoin, folks will be less interested in XRP?
We see them as really complementary to one another. So dollars can be a very effective means for payments. And we have seen that demand from within our customer base. Over time, we facilitated north of $70 billion in cross-border transactions through our payment solutions. And we've already been using stablecoins as a part of that equation. XRP is really, it's the native asset to the blockchain. So it's used for things like transaction fees on the blockchain, but then also can be a bridge asset to, trading different tokens on the XRP ledger. So we really see the two playing complementary roles.
Guys, if you've made it to the end, you're here to support me. So can you please hit like on the thing? That's what YouTube cares about. It gets me in front of more people. I hope you enjoyed this. This was a really great and fun video to do for you. I will see you next time. Aloha. Bye.